My name is Chanaya, Wheelock, and this is my ultimate office. The mission of the project is to create the ultimate office, including a lounge area and a bathroom. The office can have up to 5 employees, including myself. The vision is to create the ultimate office environment for employees and clients that is enthusiastic and collaborative. The experience will make clients and employees feel inspired and creative. By visiting the office, clients will be able to be a part of the design process and be able to understand the magic that happens behind closed doors. Clients who usually feel intimidated by asking for help will be able to feel welcome and excited to be there. Designers will be able to create long-lasting relationships with clients and coworkers by having an open space to collaborate together rather than being closed off from one another. This office will be a part of the New Age way to work in an open environment with a bottom-up leadership style. The experience will lack a sense of hierarchy and management. The most important part of the office is the creativity and output of work, not as who is number one. Employees and clients will both feel comfortable sharing ideas, asking questions, and problem solving as a team. They will leave feeling a sense of trust and belonging. The theme of my ultimate office is creative collaboration. To apply the theme to my office, the design style choice is mid-century modern with pop art accents. The pop art accent can first be seen in my logo and pattern I created for the office. I created a fictitious design company named Shazam Creative. My pattern consists of dots you'd see in pop art pieces and in comic books. I used a colorful palette consisting of reds, yellows, and oranges. I used the typeface all-around Gothic because it is a clean sans serif font that I felt best matches the character I envisioned in the office. The song I chose is On Melancholy Hill by the Gorillaz because it fits the tone and beat I imagined in the office. The building location will be in downtown Portland, Oregon, on one of the floors of an office complex. To display the mid-century design style, I used famous pieces of furniture from mid-century designers such as Eero Saarinen and Irving Hopper. I used Saarinen's tulip chairs, tulip table, and whim chair. I used Hopper's iconic Nelson Marshmallow love seat. You can recognize other pieces of furniture as mid-century modern because of their minimalistic style and their curved, sculptured forms. I chose materials I felt created a colorful, enriched environment without being too overwhelming. I wanted to use natural materials such as woods and brick that create the outdoors-indoors interplay feeling mid-century style uses. I used white to neutralize most of the office walls, but I used a splash of orange as a fun accent color. Mid-century is known to have contrasting styles, using bold wallpapers and geometric patterns, so I used my pattern around the office and found other patterns for rugs and floorings. I used Nelson bubble lamps and a pendant light from George Nelson Company as iconic fixtures centered in important areas like the desk area and lounge space. The graphics I chose for the office are strictly pop art representations. They are there to add some enlightening and fun energy in the office and also to keep employees inspired to create and push boundaries on design. The first render shows the size of my office, 65 by 55 and 15 feet high. It is a functional size because the size is comfortable and large, but not quite a generous scale. It goes over the minimum building requirements, which creates an open space that doesn't feel claustrophobic. The form of the office overall is rectangular, and all of the spaces inside are rectangular. The spaces almost separate the building into thirds. The render shows how I applied some of the furniture, materials, and graphics into the space. This is my third version of the ultimate office. I scrapped my other designs and started fresh. I began the final version of the project by creating a problem to solve. How can I create an environment where clients and designers can collaborate effectively? I decided an open concept plan would be better for designers. I began the ideation on the floor plan and how to arrange the rooms, separating the kitchen from the conference room, since the conference areas need to have a quiet surroundings so everything can be heard without distractions from outside peripherals. I then decided on the design style and started forming the strategy, picking out materials, furniture, lighting, and graphics. The office is a place. It is divided into 7 different spaces defined by where the different functions that take place. The lobby space has 2 functions, the waiting area and the reception work area. The next area is the main office, which is divided into 2 spaces, the lounge area and the office work area. There are 2 bathroom spaces, a kitchen space, and finally a conference space. The function of the overall office is to have spaces where workers can design and collaborate with clients. In my office, there will be 2 different personas that visit the space. The first example is myself, who is a designer at the company. Their arousal is lower because they are used to the environment itself, so they are more relaxed, but at the same time, the environment has enough energy to stay motivated. The pleasure is high because the environment is happier and has an open concept with big windows, preventing it from getting claustrophobic during long days. Dominance is mid to high because the worker feels comfortable and feels like they have an equivalent control as a worker next to them in this specific environment. The next persona would be a client like Alex Gaskarth, a lead singer looking for new merchandise designs, album artwork, or set designs. Their level of arousal is high because it is a new, exciting environment. The pleasure is high because the office gives them good feelings and excitement. The dominance is mid to high because the workers listen to their opinions and get them involved with designing so they feel like they have a sense of control. The occasion is meeting with the client. The players involve myself, the designer, other coworkers, and the client. Resources can involve the computer, the budget, the meeting, and the surroundings are the conference room, and there won't be any distractions because everyone should be in the conference room together. And so it's quiet outside, but inside there's exciting and free-flowing conversation. A worker will be familiar with the approach, knowing where the building is, where the parking is, and how long it will take them to get from their car to the office entrance. A client will be less familiar, if not familiar at all, if they are not from the area and haven't visited before. They will be thinking about where to park, what the building looks like, and how they will have to figure out what floor to go to and where the elevator is. The worker will walk through the entrance without thinking about it. They will go right to the destination rather than having to figure out where the elevator is located in the main lobby. Once the worker gets to the office itself, they'll walk through the waiting area and go straight to the office space without having to think about it. The client may take a minute to appreciate the building entrance and the first interior they see in the building's main lobby. They'll have to either ask a receptionist or use wayfinders to find the elevator. Once they get to the office, they'll feel relieved and will be intrigued by the interior. Workers will not experience waiting, but the client will have to ask the receptionist about the meeting. The wait won't be too long for the client, so he still has a minute to appreciate furniture such as the marshmallow love seat. The initial impression for the client will be they'll be intrigued by the unique furniture and pops of color and graphics throughout the office space. For the worker, moving to the destination is known like the back of their hand, and they won't think much about their surroundings. The client will either need to be escorted or pointed in the right direction, but inside the office, it'll be self-explanatory once they leave the waiting room. They'll first see the landmark, which is the Shazam sign. Once you get on the main path through the lobby and enter the offices, all the spaces and rooms are accessed from the main office only. But none of the spaces have entries between them, even when they are connected, such as the bathroom to the lobby, the bathrooms to each other, and the lobby to the conference room. The worker's target destination on an average day will be their desk. The client's final destination is at the conference table inside the office's conference room. Side trips for the worker includes trips to the bathroom or grabbing snacks in the kitchen. The client's side trips would be going to the bathroom or waiting in the lounge area. Secondary activities for the worker includes meeting with clients in the conference room and lunch breaks in the kitchen and lounge area. The secondary activity for client may be going to sit in the lounge area and talking with workers there. The main path through my office is short and open. Going from the lobby space to the entry of the main office area, the path opens up into an open space, giving the person different spaces to go to that are right along the path. Nodes in the office include the space where the entryway and the conference room meet, the space between the kitchen and bathroom, and right next to the lounge area. The worker will be at the destination longer than the client. Their exit will be after the client. They will exit the same doors as a client. Their exit will be short and straight out the door. The clients may take longer navigating out of the building than the worker. Their exit may be more delayed, having a final handshake and short conversation under the landmark and next to the office door. The worker's exit will be direct, probably not paying attention to their surroundings since they are familiar with the exit route. The client will most likely pay attention to things they didn't see walking into the building, seeing the architecture, lights, and graphics they didn't originally notice. The spaces are defined by different elements. The lobby's two functions are defined by a rug and furniture arrangement. The space is separated by walls. The main office's two spaces have an implied space separation because of the lifted floor and lowered ceiling and the desk space. The spatial texture of the desk area is white carpet, brick wall, and patterned wallpaper. The lounge area is defined by the rug and furniture arrangement. The kitchen, bathroom, and conference spaces are a literal defined space because they are enclosed by walls. The kitchen area isn't entirely enclosed, but it is contained due to the walls and flooring separating the defining space, but it has two openings that lead through the kitchen, keeping the space opened. The conference area isn't entirely enclosed and private either, due to the large windows that make it easy to see in and out of the room and outside the building. The bathroom is enclosed with no windows and just one door to go in and out of. The bathroom has a spatial texture defining the space from the other rooms by the flooring tile and the orange accent walls to help make the space feel larger. The order of the office is clear and easily seen and understood. As soon as you walk into the lobby, you can understand right away that you are in the lobby. When you walk into the main office area, you can quickly see the whole room. There are not small corridors, so a person doesn't get confused where they are. The enrichment of the office makes the person feel comfortable and happy. The bright colors of the white, red, orange, and yellows create a positive mood. The pattern reminds people of comic books and pop art, sometimes igniting memories of childhood or love for the superhero movies, or simply the art style and the color palette itself. The layout gives a sense of orientation and is easy to maneuver. You can understand where you are due to the large windows and open spaces. The expression of the office displays the comfortable atmosphere and the openness of the environment. It shows that the office is meant to be a space where people communicate and share bright, creative ideas. Thank you.